Hello, everyone. Welcome to another box opening from Rule Zero Podcast. Just a little bonus episode to show off this Nightmare Bundle that I picked up from the local game store. And pretty excited. This will be some of the only Duskmourn that I open up, and bought an extra collector booster just to have a little extra fun right at the end. And this booster, as you can see, unmessed with, untampered with. I'll be sending out one of these on Wednesday. So we're going to be selecting a winner. This video will go up before then. So if you haven't had a chance, look at our top 10 Duskmourn cards for EDH that are under $6, sort of like a budget video, and leave a comment. Tell us what you think. And that is all you need to do in order to enter into a chance to win this collector booster sent to you, along with probably just a thank you note and a little special surprise card that fits sort of my personality. So without any further ado, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pop this open and see what kind of cool movie poster cards that we get. Maybe if you can see it right there, we get like sort of a awesome... Last time I remember seeing that effect is on a Tool album in 1995. So yeah, I am quite the elderly Magic player, but I forget what they call it when it has that cool like reflective sort of thing. So I'm going to try and keep sort of this thing in decent shape, I guess. I don't really know if I want to display it, so to speak, but I figure why mess it up too much. It is kind of a cool art piece, if nothing else. And actually, like, I thought it would be bigger. Like, for some reason in my head I was like, oh, this will be as large as a TV. No, it is not, unless the TV is like 4 inches or whatever. So here we go. Comes in. Oh, we've got a spin down that falls right out. Just a regular old gray. I don't know if the colors on these change at all. Whoa, smart. I dropped some stuff. Oh, and you have different things that you can enter into the screen, maybe? Nope. Okay. So these are our movie posters. So inside of each of these boxes, I believe you get every one of these posters. You can potentially get these cards. However, you only get 2. So you may get a Goryo's Vengeance with this art. And this just shows off another bit of art, which I don't honestly know what the card is. But if you wanted to, you get these kind of sweet old-time horror movie posters. And here in my house, we've been watching a ton of 80s horror films, just because I do love Halloween quite a bit. And may get a Living Death, which would be sweet. You can always play a Living Death in EDH. We've been watching a ton of horror movies, so you know, maybe you can leave a comment on the video, like what kind of horror movies you're watching right now to get ready for the season. Halloween, which is almost upon us. I think we've watched probably like 20 different movies so far this month. Yeah, having a great time doing it. And you can follow me on Twitter if you want to see what movies we've been watching, because I just kind of keep track on there, even though it really doesn't have that much to do with magic. It's something I enjoy. Figure can share some old gems and new gems of horror films that we've been checking out. All right, so without further ado, the reason you're here, not only to see this stuff, but also to see some cards. Well, I have to reach down below the table real quick to get the box that I dropped. Aha! There we go. Duskmourn. Abandon all hope, teenage prodigy Nashi has disappeared, and it has something to do with the mysterious doors opening across the multiverse. Only a strike team of youthful heroes can mount a rescue. 4 thumbs up, Vidalcan times. Hilarious, because Vidalcans only have 4 fingers instead of, or maybe they have 2 thumbs because they have 6 fingers on each hand. I think that's how that works. Literally scared me into next week, says Teferi. Haha, time jokes, the best. So let's see what kind of packs we get here. I think we have sort of this special land pack, if I'm not mistaken, where we get full art Duskmourn lands. And then we get like a special movie poster pack. This is the special pack you get with the Nightmare Bundle. You have 2 of those cards that we just kind of saw previewed on the movie poster. Then we get 2 different collector boosters in here, and we get 6 play boosters. So I think we should leave the spice for after. And then, yeah, we'll leave these collector boosters and this movie poster card on the side. We'll get to those in a second. Let's go ahead and open up this land pack. It's probably the least spicy part, right? Interesting wax paper wrapper. It's also going to give you some tokens or just how to play. And just all fancy. So they give you 4 of each foil land. Full art. Not bad. If you want to run these in EDH, 4 lands is good for anything that's like 3 colors or above. Typically, you won't run more basics than that in a 3-color deck. So you can have some cool thematic looking lands for your deck with Valgavoth front and center in each and every single picture. Okay, now on to the show. Let's get some play boosters open. Now I have played a bit since the last box opening for Duskmourn that I did with Gamers Haunt, so I know quite a bit more about the cards and what we might be looking for here. Don't make a sound, jump scare, ragged playmate, all these things. The draft format for this is super, super fun. But we're just going to skip through a lot of the commons and uncommons. We get a ley line of transformation. This is one that allows, it's creatures of the chosen type. Creatures you control are chosen type, are the chosen type in addition to the other types. The same is true for creature spells you control and creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield. So basically it turns your entire deck, all the creatures, into the same type. Not the most interesting rare that we could have gotten. And we get a Kaido Bane of Nightmares token there. Ninjas. They should never have given us this much power. In reference to, do you know what this is in reference to? This is in reference to, I believe, the Comic Sans sort of secret lair. And on the back, we get a beast token. Look at that. There's like a little mark on there. I don't know if you can see it. Like a little smear. Anyway. Terramorphic Expanse, Glimmerlight, Lionheart Glimmer. This guy looks like Bernie Mac to me. I don't know if you're familiar with Bernie Mac from back in the day. He's like a blade that's played by Bernie Mac. You should look that up. Anyway, Doomsday Excruciator. Don't know if this is worth anything, to be honest. And a foil Glimmer Seeker. So far, we're striking out on the first 2 play booster packs. Tell us what you're excited about in this box or in this set in general, if anything. Do you like the room mechanic? A lot of people do. So, trapped in the screen. Valgavoth's Lair. You can just have it be any color. It is hexproof, and it comes into play tapped. In that way, it's kind of an interesting utility land for Commander. It's an enchantment land, so it could be helpful in decks that care about enchantments. And then a fanciful movie art poster of Doomsday Excruciator. So having one of them was not enough. Let's have 2 Doomsday Excruciators. I mean, it's great for Nykthos. Shrine to Nyx. We get 6 black pips for our, our belief or whatever. But, yeah, I'm not sure if that's going to be selling for quite a bit of money. Don't know if that's seeing play in Standard or not. Anywho, Innocuous Rat. Love this crab. I mean, the art on this thing is just spectacular, right? Okay, so some commons. We have Toby, Beastie Befriender. Enters, create a 4/4 white beast token. This creature can't attack or block alone. As long as you control 4 or more creature tokens you control have flying. It's a build around for Commander, like you can do something with it, but it's not going to blow your socks off at the table, that's for sure. So, I guess we should put all the foils together, the lands together. Oh, there we go. So far, no hits that I can tell. And while I know a lot more about playing the set, as far as like what the money rares are, I do not know off the top of my head. So if you see some big hits, let me know in the comments below. Machete, Zealot, Wickerfolk, Peer Past the Veil. Discard your hand, then draw X cards, where X is the number of card types amongst cards in your graveyard. They're really doing a lot with card types in this set. I'm really caring about, is it an enchantment land like the Valgavoss Lair? Is it an artifact creature like Piggy Bank? The more the better, because then you can activate Delirium with less cards, I suppose. So this is an okay thing, I suppose. Right now, very cool. Love this art up close. I'm a big fan of horror films, so that was cool. All right. So our play boosters have been lackluster. Tell us how you've been doing on when you've been opening cards in this set, if it has been equally sort of hit or miss, as this appears to be. Unwanted Remake, Infernal Phantom, Growing Dread, Ghost Vacuum. I did talk about this in a video recently because I think it's going to be useful in EDH. It is, however, not a big money card. It goes for like $1.25, I believe. So happy to play it, happy to have one, but it's not going to blow anybody's socks off. And we got a foil Unstoppable Slasher. And I wonder if this thing is seeing some constructed play. Anytime a 3-mana creature that has like 3,000 lines of text on it, you can bet that somebody has tried to speculate on it and build something. So now we have 3 collector boosters, including the one I bought extra, and then 1 Nightmare Bundle pack to see if we get those movie poster cards. Let's go ahead through it. First, sometimes you got to use your teeth. These packs are a little thicker and harder to open. I don't know if you can tell, but the glue is like thick. So we've got Foil Treasure, and we'll go through these a little bit slower because everything will be shiny. Razor Trap, Grand Entryway Rotunda, Settling Twins, 2 Duels, Killer's Mask, cool art for Insidious Fungus. Check that out. Withering Torment. We also talk about this in the last Duskmourn Top 10 video. Destroys enchantments at instant speed in black. Don't mind if I do. We've got Swamp and Enduring Curiosity. Is that going for anything? I do love cats. I hope so. We've got Soaring Lightbringer, a bird, Marvin the Murderous Mimic, Roaring Furnace, Steaming Sauna, and finally, an Enduring Vitality rare. So I have a feeling that Enduring Vitality or Enduring Curiosity may be worth something, but we don't know for sure. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. 2 out of 3. See what we get. Haven't pulled any Overlords yet. I would love to pull an Overlord. I don't care what kind, really. I pulled a black one in draft the other day. So maybe everything but the black. Anthropede, Dragonfire. I'm of the opinion, I think, like, they should give less commons and collector boosters. These get to be pretty expensive, you know? Like, don't give me all this filler, man. But Watsy gonna Watsy, right? It's not like you're drafting them. You don't really need the commons, right? Here we go. Bernie Mac, Vampire Hunter. Again, love that. Irreverent Gremlin. Haunted Screen. The flavor on this was really cool. So if you notice that it makes, you pay 1 life, you add green, blue, red, or it's usually black and white. So it's black and white TV, and then if you pay life into it, it becomes color. And red, green, blue is sort of like the old hookups for TVs back in the day, like the RCA jack or whatever. Anyways, that's a old interesting reference. We got Fear of Missing Out, and I saw a peek at something else that I was like, well, that's not going to be great. We got Deluge of Doom. This is from the Commander set. All creatures get -X until end of turn, where X is the number of card types Again, they're going with this card type thing. Amongst cards in your graveyard. Ooh, that's cool. I did want one of these. It's like a different art head shredder. I didn't get one of these before, but this is a vehicle that lets you mill 2 cards when it attacks. Whenever 1 or more lands are put into your graveyard from the library, you just return them to the battlefield tapped. And you don't need to crew it or anything to do that. It's nuts what this card can do, I think. This is a combo piece for sure. We didn't get the scary art, the one that's up close. But this one's scary enough. Old twitching doll. That's cool. And then the theme of this set, and I don't know if you saw spittle fly across the screen, but come on. Like, I hope this card's worth something, because if it's not, we've just been burdened with so many excruciators. Give me something. All right. We got one more collector booster, and then we got our cool movie poster cards. And I'll be happy with any movie poster card, to be honest. I'm not particularly chasing after one or the other. I don't really plan to sell them. So, Fear of Lost Teeth, Piranha Fly. Let's go through the commons pretty quickly. There's some uncommons right here. So it looks like 5 commons and then uncommons. Fear of Abduction, Loner. Then you get your foil land. Enduring Innocence. So we got another Enduring card. I do like these glimmers. They're cool. Maybe that one's worth money. Disorienting Choice. This is from the commander set. For each opponent, choose up to 1 target artifact or enchantment that player controls. For each permanent chosen this way, its controller may exile it. Then, if 1 or more of the chosen permanents are still on the battlefield, you search your library for up to that many land cards, put them onto the battlefield tap, then shuffle. Strange. I don't like giving my opponents choices, though. So, this is not a strong removal spell, I would not think. Even though it hits a lot of things, the opponent could just exile their stuff if they don't want you to get lands. Why not just run Explosive Vegetation and you're guaranteed lands, or run Pest Infestation and then you're guaranteed to blow up everything else. Unidentified Hovership, another vehicle, a UFO. Then we have another Enduring Vitality. Hope that one's worth something. Maybe not. And then a fancy art chainsaw. I think these are special to this box. I'm not for sure. But yeah, if you love horror movies, maybe you'll love Crazy Chainsaw as it comes through the TV screen. And then finally, let's check out our movie poster cards. Thanks for joining us. Leave a message in the comments below or talk to us on Twitter at Rule0 Podcast. That's the number 0. Tell us how bad of a box opening this is or how good of a box opening. I really have no idea. Here we go. Let's flip them over. Exhume. That's cool. I like Exhume. Oldie but goodie. 1 and a black. Each player puts a creature card from the graveyard onto the battlefield. Got a nice sort of subtle foiling to it. And then next, Goryo's Vengeance. That's cool. I love the art on this one. And honestly, I traded Goryo's Vengeances a long time ago, and they were popular and modern and like going for $20 each. I don't know what they're going for now, but I would certainly run this in a deck now. Good to have another one back. That's cool. Well, thank you all so much for joining in on the Duskmourn special Nightmare Bundle box opening. And remember, we have one more collector Boostie that will not get touched, and it will be sent out in the old-timey mail. And all you have to do is comment on the top 10 Duskmourn video, and I will select randomly on Wednesday. Good luck to you all. You'll have great odds, to be honest. Guess I don't have that many followers. Even my friends are like, I don't want to comment because I want other people outside of us to win. And I'm like, well, that defeats the purpose of me doing the contest. I want people to comment, because then the YouTube algorithm, that's the whole point of this whole thing, is to sort of show YouTube that more than 5, 6 people comment on my videos at the moment. Well, anywho, I wish you all the best and good luck, and thank you so much for joining.